Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of CampusCare EdTalks. I, Sakshi Jain, your host for the show, would like to welcome you all. EdTalk is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. Our topic for the discussion is why are students today opting for more unconventional courses? And to express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us Ms. Dimple Puri, Principal of St. M.R. Jaipuria School, Greater Noida. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. So good to have you here. Thank you so much for taking out your precious time.
Thank you. Thank you, Sakshi. And thank you, audience. And thank you, NTAP, for having me here.
Absolutely, ma'am. It's our honor. So, ma'am, to start off with the session, the very first thing that I would like to put it across to you is why is the popularity of unconventional courses rising these days?
Okay. So, at the onset, I would like to thank NTAP for the beautiful inception of this topic, conventional courses versus unconventional courses. And I think nothing comes more than this in today's 21st century scenario. And thank you for inviting me here and to deliberate upon this topic of preeminent importance. So, Sakshi, very pertinently addressing to your question, first of all, at the onset, I would like to apprise my audience and dear students that what are unconventional courses. So, unconventional courses are the courses which are not in the mainstream, right? Or, in other words, the courses which are not popular amongst the students, like other courses like engineering, medicine, business management, and law. So, these are known as unconventional courses. And some of these courses these days are very, very prevalent among the student community, and that are photography, hotel management, forensic sciences, even shoemaking, right? Makeup artist is are some of the unconventional courses. So, talking about why is the popularity of these courses in today's scenario, I would like to, bring the attention of our dear audience that the outbreak of COVID-19 followed by lockdown has been a turning point for the educational industry. And this has actually, coaxed us and enabled the educators to rethink about the models of learning, right? The curriculum is becoming very redundant about the conventional courses. So it is the time to open the new frontiers of learning in terms of offbeat courses, in terms of unconventional courses, in terms of non traditional courses, which can actually pave the way to the acquisition of skill sets, knowledge, and abilities to thrive in this 21st century. So, gone are the days when a child after class 12 he opts for a career after class 12, that whether he would go for engineering or medicine. So, these taboos are no more, prevalent in today's environment. And therefore, the existence of these unconventional courses, be it health and fitness, coding, or gaming, these are much more relevant in today's scenario. And even if you talk about the survey of Statistia, 50% of the young population in India, they are opting for offbeat courses. And the outbreak of COVID-19 has actually brought many edtech platforms, MOOCs. So there are so many certification courses, diploma courses available in the market, and these edtech platforms are flourishing very, very nicely. And in this regard, I would like to quote here one example, that there is a course on health and fitness by Institute of National and Fitness Science, which talks about the nuances of health, fitness, exercise, nutrition. And if the children opt for such unconventional courses, they very well fit into the health industry, in the hospitality industry, and they can make a very, very good mark in the career choices. So that is my take on that.
Absolutely, ma'am. So it is like, the unconventional courses are taking a toll. So, ma'am, relating to another thing that I would like to ask is, are traditional courses becoming obsolete? Is the reason why you are, everybody's coming up and looking forward for unconventional courses?
So, my answer to this is that, these days the social media, the internet is buzzing a lot, with the professionals dropping out from their high coveted professional titles and then starting up their own little startups, whether, opening a laundry service or opening a tea stall, or, opening a, event management, marriage industry. So such startups are coming. So it is a high time when people are looking towards the offbeat courses, in terms of that these courses they require skill sets. So talking about further elaborating on this, I would like to draw the attention of the audience that recent in the recent times there was a news trending on the social media that against 20,000 odd jobs for constables in the Mumbai police, almost 2 lakh applications came. And these applications, to your surprise, they came from the background of being an engineer or a law student or a management student. So it is very, very surprising. So this throws light not on the fact that in lieu of this, the economy of our country doesn't have professionals which are suitable for such jobs, but it also helps us to introspect that our current education system doesn't provide the adequate skill sets, the knowledge and abilities which our young professionals need in the jobs which are required in the 21st century. So, in the nutshell, it underlines the things that the children or the students may have a high academic profiles, may possess academic degrees, but they are not possessing the right skill sets. And in lieu of this, when they enter the corporates, they enter into the workforce. Their seniors, keep them on internship. They keep them on induction period with a little stipend, saying that you may possess a degree but you are not possessing the skill set. So having said that, the thing is that as a country we need to revisit our education system. Although there is a lot of proliferation of engineering and medicine students or law students with us, but the public sectors are not able to accommodate jobs to a larger extent. So the question here comes, as you said, that are the conventional courses getting obsolete? Yes, to a certain extent, they are getting obsolete because they are not providing the curriculum which will enable the child to acquire skill sets and enter into a workforce. So, although the first choice with our countrymen, with the young students of India, is still traditional, based upon STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and maths. But I would say that the unconventional programs and the courses provided these days by the eminent universities and the policy makers, they are still gaining popularity. Yes.
Absolutely, ma'am. So, ma'am, is this rising popularity of unconventional courses just another fad?
I would say that yes, it is like I would like again to bring the attention of the audience here with the advent of NEP 2020. The NEP, National Education Policy 2020, is actually overarching the social hierarchy status. The NEP is advocating to bridge the gap between academic and vocational education. The government and the policymakers are actually trying to revisit that vocational education or in other words, the vocational education, which actually, advocates the promotion of unconventional courses in our school system, to help the children learn beyond the subject boundaries, is very, very important. So if you talk about me as a school principal, I really advocate that each child, at least should learn one vocation, one expertise, so that after class 12, that expertise will enable that child to select the stream of his or her choice, right? So NEP says that children, in the middle school, that is classes 6 to 8, they can have the skill clubs, and they should be exposed to certain vocational courses like handicrafts, art and craft, clay, puppetry, pottery making. So these are certain skill sets. Then the school should set up, skill labs in order to promote these skills. And in the secondary classes, that is classes 9 to 12, each child should be exposed to one particular vocation of his or her choice. And so that once the child, passes out class 12, along with the mainstream education, the child should have a plan B. The child should execute that plan B and enable to exercise, that vocation after class 12. So I would say that unconventional courses are slowly gaining lot of popularity among the student community. And even in our country like India, the children want to travel on the road which is less traveled, right? And gone are the days of yesteryears when they only used to talk about engineering or maths or pure disciplines. Now even the parents have changed their thought process, and they are actually allowing the children to follow their passion and to follow the areas of interest where they possess the skill sets. Thank you.
Absolutely, ma'am. So, ma'am, what is the scope of a career after opting for such courses? So, like you said, that you have to have that, mandatory subjects of commerce and maths, and along with that, you can go with the, vocational courses or some unconventional courses. So, if we talk about, so what are the scopes that if we talk about careers which are into unconventional, options?
So, say for example, if you are a science student, you can opt for careers like waste management experts. You can opt for careers like oenologist. Oenologist is a craftsman, the person who can take, fine quality of wine from the grapes. So it's a very unique field. Forensic science is another. And if you are a humanities student, you can go for photography, you can go for design thinking, and you can go for makeup artist, right? If you are a commerce student, you can enable yourself to follow, the fields like this, what to say, data analytics, being a, economist, then data analytics is a very good field in which the commerce students can actually thrive. So in and science students have the fields like robotics, then mechatronics is another very beautiful unconventional course in which it is an amalgamation of mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and software engineering. So mechatronics is very fast evolving in India and other parts of the world, which can actually accommodate automation, robotics. So children are now feeling more lucrative to interdisciplinary, fields like geophysics, marine engineering. These are very beautiful careers which you can opt for after, in class 12th if you have sciences. Yeah.
Of course, ma'am. So these are the courses, like artificial intelligence or, the courses that you've really discussed. currently. Ma'am,
Yeah.
but what do you think? So, should these, options of unconventional courses and skill-based courses, like you said, that you need to have a lot of skills way before you get into a professional, actual field, and understand what exactly is corporate life, or how the work culture of the organization works. So, do you think that it should be initiated right at the elementary level of the school?
Yes, yes. So, Sakshi, I echo my words with you. You are very much right that the skill sets which I'm talking about will not be achieved overnight at the level of entering into a workforce. It has to be started, right from the elementary stage in the formative years of schooling. And as school principals, as policymakers, as educationists, and the academia, that is why I'm very persistent that the education system of the country needs to revamp. And in lieu of this upcoming NEP 2020, where it is talking about, experiential learning, inquiry based learning, active based learning, our NEP will actually, put a forward for thriving into the 21st century learning environment, where the skill sets like critical thinking, collaboration, communication, creativity and imagination are integrated very, very well into the curriculum. And once I say the curriculum, I don't mean only the syllabi or the textbooks. It is the quality holistic development of the child, when you are exposing the child to each and every domain and sphere of the school activities. So once the child is in the playground, the sufficient skill sets are developed in progressive. I know the schools, I know the progressive schools in India who don't only believe in achieving academic premise. They are actually preparing children for life. They are actually preparing the leaders for tomorrow. So the basic underlying factor and the basic narrative of achieving the classroom dynamics is that we should prepare our children with the skill sets, and that too, so that they deliver those skill sets once they enter into the workforce, and then only our country will be able to produce, quality, enlightened, and alert global citizens, I would say. Yeah.
Absolutely, ma'am. So it is just like, you have to have all the, so coming up with NEP 2020 could be a, a major transformation in the education
Yes.
society and the education
Yes.
system, wherein you are now talking about skill sets, you are talking about creativity, you're talking about how do you go about life from the very beginning of the education that starts. So it's creeping inside you the moment it's building inside you, rather, the moment you are there as a kid. So you are not just waiting for the right moment, or you're not just waiting for your 10th and 12th to get completed and then think of something else. It's just like, having it right from the beginning itself. So with this though, thank you so very much, ma'am, for imparting your knowledge and experience on this topic. And it was indeed an insightful and information session, wherein we have discussed some real life experiences, you talking about how important it is, to get into those fields and get into those, actual industry by having a skill set built, beforehand. So, ma'am, looking forward to much more sessions like these. And on this note, I, Sakshi Jain, the host of the show, would like to sign off. Have a great
Thank
evening.
you. Thank you, Sakshi. Thank you, NTAB, for having me here and helping me to deliberate my viewpoint on this topic. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, ma'am. It's a great honor for
Thank you.
us. Uh,
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.